second ODI that's going to be happening on Sunday in Cuttack. And like Zach and like Joyda are saying, there's lots that they want to figure out, but they like to stick to their game plan that they have of being aggressive. For India, the big question, of course, is if Virat Kohli is going to be fit. He comes back, obviously, in place of Jaiswal, and that's one move that most of India will be wanting to see.
Definitely one, and the other is, I mean, we have been told that we are to expect Varun Chakravarti to play at least one of the next 2 matches. So expect Varun to come in, and so if you see that, really Varun Chakravarti, if he comes in, the only logical I can see only either Kuldeep, because I think India, the problem with India is that given the fact that the other two are all-rounders, Kuldeep will be the only logical person who they'll want to change perhaps.
And also Zach, Arshdeep, do you give him game time thinking of the Champions Trophy ahead or not yet?
Well, I think keeping the next game in mind, maybe if Virat is fit and available, then he will come in the playing 11. That's the only change I'm seeing. Okay. I don't think they're going to make any other change.
So they'll finish it and then...
Yeah, I think they would want to finish the series and then look at the other changes which you can look at, keeping Champions Trophy in mind. Shami's playing is very important because he's coming off injury. Game time for him is only going to help. He's looked decent today, so it's about just building from here. So I think Shami, they'll look to play all the 3 games. Harshit made his debut today, had a really good debut for him in ODIs. So they would want to give him another chance, another exposure. So I don't see that change either. And they're preferring to bat till 8. With having that kind of a depth to give that solid batting confidence. So they will not change other than Virat if he's fit.
And Joyda, yes, India has won comprehensively, but does Rohit go to bed and think of what he wants to do as a batter once he gets back?
I think, look, Rohit is one of the greats of white ball cricket. And ODI cricket, I mean, he has the highest score. He has 2 double hundreds. He's an incredible bat in this format. So I think it's all about, he's probably trying not to think about it rather than thinking about it, because he's such a good bat. He doesn't need to think about his game to change it at this point. He just needs to free his mind and play without pressure. And I'm sure it's just a matter of 2-3 shots, getting in the middle of the bat. And, in this format, he's one of the greats of the game. So I would say that please don't think about your game, Rohit. Please relax, have a good night's sleep, have some good ODI food, and you'll be fine.
Well, we don't know if England's going to have a good night's sleep, but let's have a look at their squad because they have quite a few things that they need to go back to the drawing board. Zach, any changes that you see for the next game?
I don't think they'll make any changes. I think they're going to go in with the same 11 because the only change and debate which you will have is around the spinner, but they don't have any backup spinner in that squad right now for them to replace or add to this bowling lineup. So I think it's just about figuring out ways of stacking up overs. And like I said, it's the biggest question with England team right now is in these conditions, how are you going to put up those kind of runs? Once their batting comes to the party, then it's going to be a different game for them. And when that happens is the question. How that happens is the question.
But Joyda, do you think they could maybe get Mark Wood in to add that extra experience to the bowling, or like Zach is saying, let the batting do?
Sakib's done well for them. I mean, he got a couple of wickets. He's done okay for them. It's not that he was bowled badly. It's just that overall, the kind of bowling attack they have, Zach's right. There is nothing that they can make very big changes about. It's one fast bowler for another. Jofra, again, do you want to mess with Jofra now? You will never mess with Jofra because he's just getting into form. Sakib is just hitting his stride. He just started his international career. So there's not much to do. Again, if this attack had 350 behind their back, maybe the game would have been very different. So it's all a question of that. They'd probably tell ourselves, look, we need to bat to our potential, then the bowling will come to the party.
So your players to watch out for, one from each team for Sunday's game, Zach.
Oh, Sunday's game. Okay, I'll continue with Shubman Gill's form. So I think Shubman Gill, watch out for him. He should be in form, so it'll be fun to watch. For England, I'll say Phil Salt. They need a good start. I think from the top, if he's able to do that again, what he did in this game and play a little longer inning, that will really help the English batting.
I'd like to see Rohit,
Yes.
I'm definitely watching out for Rohit because I think he's too good a batter not to get into form at some point in time. And from the England side, I'd say that again, Cuttack can be a little bit of a tricky pitch. So somebody like a Joe Root is somebody who can really pile up runs and has that experience of being able to manipulate the field. Because Cuttack is a kind of field which you need to manipulate. And I think he'll do a great job of that.